things that I want to explore, and I want to do it in a safe place like my house, is to connect what's happening on in the world, so global events, global current events, with how yoga views it. And this matters for me. I don't know if it matters for you, but this matters for me because when I enter a public class, I enter a studio space or really any other space that you teach and you're entering it, I don't really know, given the limitation of like it's a 60-minute class. I see them once a week, right? I really don't know a lot about my students. I don't know their political affiliation. I don't know, where on the political spectrum they are. I don't know a lot of things about them except that they come and they move their body in different shapes, right? I cannot automatically assume that because they do yoga, they are progressive. That is not the case, especially now. So because of that, the only language that we have in common is yoga, really. And because of that, I'm finding it important, I think, for me, and I want to know what your thoughts are on this, to speak that language, right? To speak the language of yoga, to be able to communicate with them. How do we respond to this moment in time if we look at it through the language of yoga? And when I say language of yoga, I don't mean Sanskrit. When I say little language of yoga, I mean the whole sort of like depth of yoga, right? And then to be clear, I'm not a scholar of yoga in any way. I'm still a student of yoga. So what I'm going to bring up in these classes that I'll be recording is what I'm learning, right? And how is what I'm learning applying to this language that I'm using to make sense of what's happening in the world, right? And not make sense to say that like to poo-poo it, sort of make sense to know, okay, what is my role in this right now? Like, what's my responsibility, right? So yeah, those are just some of the things that I wanted to share. And I'll let you know when my first class or when I share the video on YouTube. I think the first video is going to be about the sutra I just shared, 215. Primarily, we're going to be focusing on tapa, which means suffering. And then I'm gonna bring in, because we're gonna be moving through physical postures, what I'll do is these postures and the shapes are going to be inspired by the meridian lines of the body, which is under the umbrella of traditional Chinese medicine. So I'll let you know when I'm teaching that class, and when I guess I will let you know when I've shared the video on YouTube, probably in the next few weeks or so. Okay, that's all. Thank you for listening.